Hello, my name is Simon Scalzo. I'm the founder at Remitter. For those of you who don't know, Remitter is a white label digital collections platform that is all driven by AI. We've proven across many lenders to not only collect more, reduce the cost of collections, but to do this in a manner that provides an amazing, frictionless customer experience, increasing customer retention and ultimately resulting in much happier customers. The company started in Australia and successfully grew throughout Australia, New Zealand, the US, and more recently Canada. We've helped hundreds of businesses across these countries roll out a digital text and email solution to support collections from their customers. And I'm excited to demo our product today and provide you with an overview of not only our product, but our unique AI engine that drives our platform. Now we have a very interactive way of showcasing our demo. I'm going to put a number up on screen that you can text the word demo to, and the demo will also come onto your cell phone. And so we can follow it through your own cell phone as I do on screen. If you need more time to write down the number, of course, feel free to hit pause and we can carry on from there. Okay, hopefully you've received the text message, you've clicked on the link and it's opened up to this screen. You'll notice to get to the screen you haven't had to download an app or log into a portal, remember an ID, password. All those friction points have been removed. We are completely white labeled, so you'll see here we're using the brand Lending USA. You can substitute that, of course, with your brand, and you may also notice the link that you click on says Remitter, and that's only because it's in a demo environment. If this was live, that also would be white labeled. I will say that everything that you see as part of this demo can be customized. So that includes the words used on that opening text message, the buttons and the words used here on each and every screen that we walk you through. So let's start the journey of Pay Now. So if you can imagine your customers receive this and they'd like to make a payment, all they simply need to do is click on Pay Now, and they're presented with an array of different payment types. So we've got credit card, debit card, PayPal. Of course, we also offer ACH. And these payment types are also very configurable. So where it doesn't make sense to have credit card, we won't. If you've used your card on your phone before, you can click in the field and you can see I've used a few. You can select a card and pre-populate that. Or you can scan your card in. So what we're doing here is making it very easy and seamless for the consumer to make a payment. Literally 2 clicks and they can catch up. If you click on those 3 blue lines at the top left-hand side, it's going to bring up this menu here. And if you click back on Overview, what I'll do now is take you through Create a Payment Plan. This is perhaps for later stage missed payments where the reason your customer hasn't paid is because they can't afford to pay. But what we're doing here is empowering them to select an arrangement that works for them. You'll see that you can toggle that little blue dot left and right. They have the ability to select the frequencies, weekly, bi-weekly or monthly. Again, that's all configurable. And most importantly, align that with a start date that makes sense. So in this example, perhaps your customer is happy to pay weekly, $70 a week, and they get paid every Friday. There's a lot of intelligence that drives a payment plan engine, from what the minimum amount is, the maximum term, and how that may differ for different ages of debt or different risk profile or cohorts of customers. If we click back onto the menu and bring up the overview screen again now, take you through submitting a partial payment. Now this functionality will pop up typically when there has been a minimal engagement from the customer. So we've initially outreached for a straight pay now, we've offered them payment plans and there's still no engagement, so we're going to offer them a partial payment. This is where the customer isn't willing to commit to an installment arrangement, but is happy to pay a one-off amount to perhaps bring their account up to current. Again, all of this is configurable for what the minimum amount is. If we click back on the overview screen, last piece of functionality I'd like to take you through is if you go down to help. This is where the customers receive the message, but they'd still really like to talk to someone. So what we're enabling here is the customer to connect directly to your call center. Dispute resolution is an example of another button which may go to an alternative number or perhaps an alternative function such as email. Or they can request a callback and again empower the customer to select a time and a day that works for them, and we would automate that callback request with your call center. Again, this is really a high-level overview of a generic demo, what it can look and feel like. There's many other functionalities that we offer, including settlement functions with discounts for charge-off accounts. We also have hardship provisions, and there's some authentication functionality as well, if that's required. What I'd like to do now is take a step back and talk about the AI that drives our platform. And that really starts before that first message is even sent to the consumer. What our platform does is profile every consumer that we're speaking to. And based on that profile, identify, well, when's the most appropriate day and time to send the message. So let's send the message at the optimum day and time when they're more likely to engage with the platform and action it. So that's the first step. The second step is, well, what's the right words to use based on that profile? So if they're older, perhaps it's dear sir or madam. If they're younger, it's, oh, hey, it looks like you missed a payment. Click here to catch up. So really using the right language to engage with that consumer. When they click the link and this opens on their cell phone, what our platform does is find out what the default language is on the keyboard of their cell. So if that's in Spanish or Mandarin or whatever it is, all of this functionality is converted into their native tongue. The final piece of our AI journey is around the follow-up. So it's all well and good to send a message, but what happens if there's no engagement, there's no activity from that message? How do we best follow up with that individual consumer? What our platform does is understand and track the behavior of every individual that we communicate with. And based on that behavior, identify, well, what's the best way to follow up that individual consumer? So let's say an example, one of your customers receives the message, they open up this screen, they go into Pay Now, and they stop here, they don't go any further. So our platform is going to track that, track what screen they've clicked on, but also what they haven't clicked on. And so maybe we were offering payment plans, but they missed it. So the response might be, oh, hi, did you realize for as little as $50 a week, you can start paying this off? Click here to create a payment arrangement. So it's all of these elements that I spoke about, which has led to the results that we've been able to generate from our customers. We've seen increases of up to 280%. We've seen reductions in costs. Now, we don't replace a call center when we're overlaid in a collection environment, but we do make it more efficient. We've seen significant ROIs of 20x. And most importantly, we're seeing customers be much more engaged with the brand, leading to customer retention and much happier customers. We do have quite a sophisticated back-end admin portal, which I don't have time to take you through the detail today, so I'll provide you with a very high-level overview. If you do want more, though, feel free to schedule a demo at remitter.com. You'll see that it starts with high-level analytics, providing information on conversions for email and SMSs, recovery rates. There's our campaign function, which comes with a suite of templates, automation pipelines, and ad hoc campaigns to really drive the messaging, as well as quite a lot of reporting around payments, payment plans, callbacks, communications, and SMS replies. I did want to give you a quick insight into the level of detail that we do capture. So I'm just going to click here on an individual to see all of the data points that we collect, right? So every single time they click on a message, they interact with the platform, it's time-stamped and date-stamped to identify how they're interacting with the platform. So hopefully that's helped provide a bit of an overview of our product. Of course, feel free to reach out at remitter.com if you want more information. Thanks again.